What's going on, guys and gals? Stock Jock here, up $314 in the first hour of trading. It is after hours right now, and I basically doubled that to finish up the day. I finished around $620 on the day, but let's get into the trades real quick. Obviously, a crazy market today, and it's taken it very slow this morning as we haven't had any runners recently. So, any kind of position I'm taking, I'm looking for scalps. And since the market was red, I'm actually looking more for shorts today. So let's get into the trades. So my first trade was Kodak, Kodk. This one has been a great short as of late, as Bitcoin. It's kind of a Bitcoin sympathy play, whatever, cryptocurrency sympathy play right now. And Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies have been crashing as of late. You couple that with how the market has been as of late, and this just even gets to be a juicier short. So what was going on here and why I took this entry, you'll see in just a second. Out of the open, you had a drop, then it pulled back up to the VWAP, tapped the VWAP, and was coming back down. And I was playing a short for the low a day break. Honestly, there's no reason why the stock is still up in the $6 range. It should be back down towards, its 52-week lows, down in the $3 range like it was before they announced that they were having a token, an ICO, but anyway, that's neither here or there. I took the trade looking for the low day break. You had the drop, you had a pull back up to the VWAP, and then you had another drop, and I was looking for the low day break there. I didn't get it initially, but I was willing to hold it as long as it stayed under the VWAP, and the market was freaking really red at this point. So, there was a lot of things that was still pushing this thing lower, and eventually I think I had to hold this about 10 minutes. Eventually I got it. So here's the trade. I'm short KODK, 586. Stop loss is just going to be probably 5 cents on this.
Shares of Grubhub continue to spike here. 93.64. They're now.
So right here, if you're looking at the L2, you can see there's a 51,000 share seller at $5.90. That was kind of using it as my stop loss. I was like, okay, we're near low a day. It should push down. If for some reason that big block looks like it's going to get bought up, I'm just going to stop out into it, because if that doesn't scare people away, I don't know what will. Unfortunately, someone bought the whole freaking thing and up to $6. So it jumped really quick. It was probably a short, just taking the opportunity to get out and just cash in. And at that point, I was kind of stuck, and I wasn't willing to hold this over the VWAP. So that still was going to be my absolute stop loss since I missed my backstop here. And I ended up holding it, and it did come back down. Like I said before, the market was red, so it was pushing everything down. This should be down anyway, so logic says it needs to come down. But yeah, it was, it didn't do what I thought it was going to do at first, but I gave it a little extra time because, again, the market's red. This should go down anyway. It shouldn't be up this much just because of an ICO. And I was going to give it a little bit more time, but I was going to stay. If it broke, I was going to, stick to. If it broke that VWAP, I was going to stop out.
Is that first stock that opens up and holds the level. I like the SPM that has room up to 5 range on the daily. So if it does open up, especially over 5, it's got a lot of room. That's what's good about it. It's got a good daily chart. In contrast to something like OMCX, which to me doesn't have a daily. So we'll see what this does here on this sort of curling action. The high of that candle was 4.
So now you can see here that we're breaking low of day, and I'm getting the move that I originally signed up for. All right, went low of day. Now I look to cover my position. I'm getting the scalp that I've been looking for. So I just let the L2 tell me when to cover. As you'll watch, it'll just tick lower and lower, and at some point the bid looks bigger than the ask, and it'll just kind of sit there and not do anything. And that's my sign that, okay, now it's time to take profit. It looks like it's going to bounce. Covered half of my KODK at 567 just to lock in some of that juicy profit. Might cover it all because I feel like when we're going to get one more bounce before this thing breaks. Yeah, I'm going to cover the rest. So cover the rest at 568. Total wins 355. My next play was OPGN. This one I played horribly. It was a news play. I got the news and I had the opportunity to get in before the move happened. It was the news was very simple. It was just 13G filing. And usually that'll give a stock, and especially a low float stock like this, a little bit of a pop. The problem is I played it poorly because I didn't trust the markets. I didn't trust any stock recently. The past week I haven't trusted anything. I hesitated and I didn't jump in immediately. The key with news plays is to be the first one in, first one out. Here I was last one in and probably middle of the pack out. So when I saw the volume coming in, I chased. Yeah, if I would have bought right away when I saw the news, I would have done fine on this, but I didn't. I hesitated and then I chased, and it was just poorly played out by me. But nonetheless, when I stopped out, I had to respect the stops. The move pulled back 100% from where it started. That's my sign that I need to exit. I'm not holding on to this thing anymore, hoping that it goes back up. Usually, if a move goes up and then comes right back down to where it started, that's an automatic stop on, in my opinion. OPGN, SC13G out. I'm going to go long, see if it moves the stock at all. 241 entry. There it grows. Twitter broke that ascending triangle.
See if 50 can break 21,000 from the asking 50.
All right, I'm out. OPGN didn't move. Minus about 4 on that. All right, so my next trade was actually a short position trade. This one was on VUZI. There was a news play. It's a news play. There was a Form 4 out where one of the directors bought 3,000 shares of an $8 stock. And they bought it at like, I think it was $7.50. I can't remember what it was, but it was only 3,000 shares. It wasn't a big investment at all. And the thing shot up from $8.13 to over $8.50, and I was like, what the heck? This is this is way too big of a move for that little of a Form 4. Way overdone. So I was willing to short this. One, because it popped up way too much. Two, the Form 4 entry price that the director took was way below where the price is currently. I think, like I said, it was in the 750 area. I can't remember. So it's $1 from that entry. And three, he only bought 3,000 shares. It's nothing. You know, if you would have bought 500,000 shares or whatever, then okay, that's something that's going to pop the stock. I'll look to play it to the long side. But the market was red at this point in the time of the day. I thought this popped up way too much. I decided to go short. I was thinking, if I'm a person that went long on this, I'm looking for that 850 break, and I'm selling it over 850. So now I let that news play out a little bit. I'm kind of got this internal clock in my head thinking, okay, the news has been out there. It's not going to run anymore. The news has played out. Time to short it. So I jumped short as soon as I saw volume coming in on the downside, and I was actually going for that 850 break. There happened to be a hidden buyer there. The price actually did spike up really quick right when I bought, so I almost got stopped out immediately. But once it did tick down, I was able to cover for a nice little win. And notice also that I'm only taking half share size here. I'm only taking 1,000 shares. I normally trade with 2,000 shares because I'm taking a position that is against the current trend of the stock. So the current trend is straight up, and I'm trying to take a position hoping that it goes down. So by taking half position, it allows me to not get hurt if I have to cover immediately. And last thing, the reason why I switched to this so quickly, you'll hear the Benzinga guy chime in and say VUZI, blah, blah, blah. I actually saw the news first. I saw the print version of the news before I heard it. That's why I was able to switch over the ticker so quickly.
VUZI, Vuzix, director buying 3,000 at $7.85. That's in a Form 4 filing for Victor Uniform Zulu, India.
I'm short VUZI 850. I think it just popped up a crazy amount just because of very small Form 4. Stop loss will be high day. Took a very small position.
WHD, Whiskey, Hotel Delta, IPO.
All right, covered 841 plus
2110.
9.
Whiskey, Hotel Delta.
So my next trade was KODK. I shorted this one earlier. And as you can see on the 5-minute chart in the top left-hand corner here, it had that huge spike down, and now it's kind of bouncing up a little bit and kind of starting to curl back down. And I'm looking to play the 5-minute candle under candle play. If you look at the L2 right now, there's a ton of sellers on the ask, and there's very little on the bid. And the break of 575 would have triggered a 5-minute candle under candle play. So I went short right here, thinking that's going to break. If you look at the volume, it's a divergence on the volume on the 5-minute chart. You had the price going up and the volume going down. That's a negative divergence. That's a bearish sign. All things were lining up perfectly, and then all of a sudden, we didn't get the 5-minute candle under a candle, and this big volume spike came to the upside, and I was just like, screw this, I'm out. So I just stopped out on that huge spike. I'm short KODK again, 575, looking for the 5-minute candle under candle. Really light volume on the way up here. I've got a nice backstop at 580 of shares, so if 580 breaks, I'll probably just like the cover. I'm going smaller share size now though.
Expenses.
All right, I covered my
TPN, Papa Tango Echo on your conference call. The company's CEO
covered my Kodak -4 on the
says
trade.
we are still assessing the financial impact of the accident in Oklahoma.
And that's how I ended the first hour of trading, up $314. Not the best first hour I've ever had, but nonetheless, you know, who doesn't want $314 in 1 hour of work? So like I said, I did end up making about $620 today by the end of the day. But crazy markets that we're in for sure. Definitely, if you're going long, it's time to scalp. It's not time to try to hit home runs. And this is definitely a shorter's market for sure. So if you have any questions on my trading style, feel free to come to my Discord channel. The link of that is in the description down below. A lot of great traders in there. We've added a bunch recently that are here to help and here to teach people how to trade and how to trade their trading styles. If you're someone that's been red after red day after red day and you don't know what you're doing wrong, please come in here and join our free chat room so we can help. We don't like watching people lose money. We're here to help. Or if you don't want our help, find a paid subscription service that will help you. Now's not the time to blow up your account. If you're going red, seek help. Sounds like an AA meeting, but you know what I mean. Get help. Don't just wallow in the mud. Find someone that knows what they're talking about. Listen to them, and you will become a better trader. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.